Who are you? Your name, your memories, the choices you've made. What if I told you none of that is truly you? What if the person you believe yourself to be is not who you are, but a story, an illusion created by your brain? A beautifully convincing illusion, but an illusion nonetheless. Let's begin. Most of us go through life believing we're a single consistent person. We say things like, "I'm not that kind of person," or "I've always been this way." But when you really stop to think about it, what actually makes you you? Is it your body, your thoughts, your memories, your beliefs? All of these change. Your body renews itself constantly. The cells that make up your skin, muscles, and even parts of your brain, they die and are replaced. The person you were 10 years ago doesn't even exist on a biological level. Your memories, they're not as reliable as you think. Memory isn't a video recording, it's reconstruction. Every time you recall something, you're not replaying it, you're rebuilding it, altering it. You misremember, you edit, you even invent. So if your memories can't be trusted, can they truly define you? How about your thoughts? They come and go. Try sitting still for 5 minutes without thinking. Thoughts arise, they pass, but where do they come from? Do you choose your thoughts, or do they just appear? If you're watching your thoughts, then who's doing the watching? There's a separation there, a gap between the thinker and the awareness of thinking. This brings us to something ancient. Buddhist philosophy calls it Anatta, or no self. It teaches that there is no permanent, unchanging you, that the self is a process, not a thing. You are not a rock, you are a river, always flowing, always changing. What you call you is just a pattern, a momentary arrangement of thoughts, sensations, and perceptions. Let's use an example. Imagine a wave in the ocean. It rises, travels, crashes, and disappears. We give it a name, a wave, but it was never separate from the ocean. You are the wave. Your identity is the name we give to a temporary pattern in consciousness. Philosopher David Hume couldn't find a self either. He said, whenever he looked inward, all he could find were feelings, thoughts, memories, but no I behind them. It's like trying to find the moon in a reflection on water. The image is there, but try to touch it and it disappears. Even modern science agrees. Neuroscientists have searched the brain for a self, a control center, a pilot in the cockpit, but what they find is nothing. No single part of the brain holds your identity. It's all distributed, a network, a conversation between neurons. Your self is like a symphony, but with no conductor. Yet, despite all this, you feel real. You feel like someone is home. Why? Because your brain is a storyteller. It creates a narrative, a character, a voice in your head that says, "This is me, this is who I am." But that voice is part of the story too. Think about dreams. In a dream, you fully believe you're awake. You take actions, feel emotions, build meaning. But when you wake up, you realize it was all constructed. Your mind created a world and a self to live in it. Now ask yourself, how do you know this isn't just another layer of the dream? Philosopher Daniel Dennett calls the self the center of narrative gravity. It's like the center of mass in physics. It's useful. It helps explain things. But it isn't a real, tangible object. Your identity is the story your brain tells to keep the chaos of life manageable. A story to help you survive, make choices, find connection. It's functional, but it's not you. So if you're not your body, not your memories, not your thoughts, then who or what are you? You are the witness, the awareness behind the story, the silence between the thoughts, the screen on which the movie of life plays. You are the space, not the things inside it. This isn't meant to confuse you, it's meant to free you. Because if your identity is just a pattern, then you're not trapped by your past. You are not limited by your story. You can reinvent yourself. You can change. You can grow. Because there is no fixed self, just consciousness unfolding. So next time you look in the mirror, don't ask, "Who am I?" Ask instead, "What is aware of this moment?" That question might not have an answer, but it might point you to the truth. Maybe the truth isn't that you don't exist, but that you are far more than you've ever imagined. Something timeless, something formless, something free. If that made you pause, subscribe, and we'll keep peeling back the layers.